I think Americans expect to be treated with dignity when they go through the airport, just as we hope that our visitors to the United States are treated with dignity when they come here. For many Americans, the use of X-ray scanning machines that produce a detailed body image is a bridge too far, and for many Americans, the alternative of pat-down is even more difficult to tolerate. So I understand there's an effort among the TSA and the manufacturers of these scanners that develop new software that would render images without anatomical detail in a truly anonymous manner. When you come from a small state like mine, where everybody knows everybody, and no matter what kind of security you put in, there's a justifiable concern if our airport, for example, had such screening when it were images in pretty graphic detail. Americans and a good number of Vermonters, as I've mentioned to you privately and earlier, expressed concern over the screening technology and the physical searches conducted in airports. I understand the need for safety, but we also, Americans, appreciate their privacy. I understand TSA is working with the industry to develop software that will render X-ray images, travelers into anonymous images without anatomical detail. But I also understand that even when the software takes the image and alters it to obscure body images, there is still a raw X-ray image that's captured. And so we need a little bit more information about this. One, how long would be before all airport screening machines are updated to better protect citizens' privacy? And what protocols or procedures are followed by TSA to make sure that the raw images are not stored or improperly viewed or disseminated?
Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Which, of course, would be a crime, disseminating, but go ahead.
Exactly. First of all, we are moving to this new technology because of the threats that we faced, as illustrated by the so-called underwear bomber in December of 2009. But it's clear that al-Qaeda and its affiliates still view aviation as a target. The intelligence tells us that. And they have moved beyond explosives that contain metallic materials, so the magnetometer isn't by itself always adequate. The new machines, we call them AIT, Advanced Imaging Technologies. We are piloting right now software that produces on the image a stick figure as opposed to a more complete image. And even as we purchase the machines, the protocols, the contracts, the rules all say they cannot collect, store, disseminate any image. Indeed, all that's happened is that the officer who is not actually at the line, so they can't associate an image with a person, they see it, they see whether there's an X for an anomaly, and it moves on.
I mentioned I'm glad you've delayed implementation of the Real ID Act. I've said for years now the best way to encourage the states to make improvements in their driver's licenses is make them a partner in this. Now, there have been Homeland Security grants that have been used by states to meet some of the Real ID benchmarks. If Real ID were repealed and replaced with an alternative program, would that result in the waste of taxpayers' money, or would we be able to build on what's already been done?
Actually, Mr. Chairman, I'm now hearkening back to my days as a governor. I never saw an issue unite Republican and Democratic governors so much as Real ID, as a huge unfunded mandate that really didn't recognize how motor vehicle divisions actually work state by state by state. We worked with the governors and with the National Governors Association shortly after I became secretary to devise an alternative that would meet our nation's security needs, but we worked with states. Pass ID. It did not move forward in the Congress. I suppose with the press of other things, we would ask that the Congress take a fresh look at that.